Hello, my fellow awakening souls. It's great to see you guys here again. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been weighing heavily on me lately. Please bear with me if I start to get loud or I start to feel some type of way, but it's something that has been on my mind and I feel the need to talk about it. So, if you are a person who is very sensitive to having open discussions because you've been programmed to think a certain way, skip this video now. This may not be for you. But I want to talk to you guys today about some of the things that are taking place around the world and just some things that's been on my mind. Honestly, I've just been wondering how much longer do we have to go through pain, suffering, heartache, and all of these low vibrational emotions before we get it in our minds that we all deserve peace and love? When will we start to actually move towards the actual betterment of the world in which we all reside in? How long will we continue to be distracted by the things that we shouldn't even be distracted by? And I understand that consuming distractions is a way of giving your mind a break when you're stressing about financial means or you're mentally stressing over other things that are taking place in your life. But there are mindful ways to keep your mind occupied and to give yourself a break mentally. The distractions in which we consume right now only contribute to the pockets of the people that are suppressing us. We have to begin to mindfully choose mindful practices and be wary of whose content we are consuming. Because a lot of the people whose content we are consuming aren't even speaking up for the issues that should be spoken on. Or matter of fact, they are speaking up by simply contributing a post, even though they have the financial means to initiate the change that we all would like to see. And therefore, if they're not contributing to make that change, in all actuality, all they're doing is really making a post to keep everyone quiet so no one won't say anything. Talking about the world, the state of what the world is in, and the different things that are happening, a lot of us tend to get overwhelmed or fearful. But we have to overcome our fears, because through overcoming our fears, we realize that we are divinely guided and divinely protected. You have to realize that if you're waking up every day with life in your lungs, a healthy mind, a healthy body, then you are meant to be here for a reason. You were put here for a reason. Contribute to the betterment of the world. Heck, contribute to the betterment of yourself if contributing to the world is too overwhelming for you. Through contributing to the betterment of yourself, you contribute to the betterment of others, and thus we evolve and grow as a collective and contribute to the change of the world. We all deserve peace. We're all here, and I can tell you what we all have in common, despite our different belief systems, is we all want peace, love, happiness, food, water, basic necessities. We have to overcome our disagreements, because 99% of the time, the things that we are fighting over today that are contributing to this low vibrational activity and this low vibrational state that the world is in is our different belief systems. When you think about it and you take your emotions out of it and you look at it from a bird's eye perspective, all positive spiritual belief systems, all positive religious belief systems are all preaching the same thing. To respect each other, respect yourself, have some grounding principles, and live happily, fully. We have to learn to respect each other even though we may not agree on the same things. We have to learn to respect and still love each other even if we have different belief systems, and realize what our common denominators are, and that will contribute to the betterment of the world. We have to realize that through respecting and loving each other, even though we have different belief systems, we can focus on who or what the common enemy is and snuff it out so that we may all experience peace and love on this planet. And a lot of people won't get what I'm saying here today, and that's okay. If you don't understand what I'm saying, this may not be for you. You may not be put here to do these type of things. Not everybody is meant to contribute to the betterment of the world. Not everybody is here to be a high vibrational influence, and that's fine. But if you are here today watching this, then this is meant for you. Listen to what I am saying and realize that you have to edify yourself. We all have to edify ourselves so that we may intelligently come together as a collective, and instead of ignorantly speaking on topics to which we have no understanding, instead of ignorantly acting without thinking first, we can intelligently come together to contribute to the betterment of the world. I truly believe that this world can turn out to be a better place if we truly intelligently come together. And I use the word intelligently a lot because a lot of us do without thinking. We act without thinking, and therefore all it does is gets us in a fucked up position again. So we have to remember that with intelligence and with a large number of people, because one person can't change the world, 100,000 can't change the world, but damn near 500,000 people can change the world, positive change can come. I do want to talk about also like the things that are going on with Sudan, the things that are going on with Palestine, the things that are going on with the Congo, and all of the places right now have everything to do with you. This is more than a physical warfare. This is a spiritual warfare going on, and it has been going on for a very long time. To those of us that are tuned in, we have realized that. And to those of you that are not, you need to realize that. We have to realize that we also have to fight back mentally. We are being mentally dominated, and we don't even understand to what point that is. We are being mentally enslaved, and we have been mentally enslaved for a very long time, to where it's affecting our perceptions on the world and physically affecting the state of the world. You are being attacked on all fronts, and you don't even realize it. You think everything is normal. You think everything is fine. You think just because it isn't happening in your backyard, this has nothing to do with you. But sweetheart, every negative event that takes place on a global scale has everything to do with you, no matter where you are residing in. And I know that that can seem overwhelming. And I know that it probably looks like there is no hope in the world and things are scary. And as a person who's battling with herself every day to overcome my fears and to overcome the thoughts that I have about the world not being able to evolve, the world not being able to change, it can change. There is hope in the world so long as you are waking up every day and breathing and giving another chance to try again. There is hope in the world because our ancestors, our divine guides are with us to create the change that we need to see. There is hope in the world so long as that we are all not giving up and not giving in. There is hope in the world so long as there are positive people in this world spreading positivity and love and guidance. There is hope in the world. And you're probably asking yourself, well, you're saying all this, but what can we actually do? What can be done about this? And so let's get to 3 things that we can do to create change within ourselves and create change within the world. The first thing that we need to do is to edify ourselves, edify ourselves on what is truly happening beyond the scope of what the media is telling us. We have to have a true understanding or overstanding of what is taking place. Why is it taking place? We have to edify ourselves on not just the situation that's going on with the Congo or Burma or Sudan or Palestine. We have to edify ourselves on the history and what is happening in our own countries in which we reside. For example, in America, we may not be physically at war, but we are in a mental war currently and have been for a very long time. We are struggling financially, and to truly understand why we are currently experiencing the things that we're experiencing and where we are headed, we have to go back in history. When it comes to understanding more about where you are currently living, you have to look back in time to see what is happening now. We have to start putting ourselves in position to hear people out, videos, read books, material, to have a better understanding, so that our perception may evolve from the one that has been being perpetuated by the media. There has been material in the world for a very long time for us to understand truly what is taking place and what is to take place, no matter where you are living. It's just a matter of we haven't been put in a certain position to want to reach out and learn that type of information, or we weren't put in a certain position to learn that information. But if you are currently watching this video, that means it is time for you to educate yourself, edify, and intelligently become an intelligent individual. Conduct yourself in a manner to which you understand more about yourself, but you also understand more about the world in which you reside in. You will understand why things are happening with Sudan, why things are happening with Burma, why things are happening all over the African continent, and why things are happening in the Middle East. It would all make sense why things are happening where you currently live. It would make sense. But right now, we have so many questions, and we're so confused because we don't understand what is taking place right now on the landmass in which we reside. Now that you've gotten a clear mental picture of what is taking place and why is it taking place, you will begin to realize that it's now time for you to become emotionally aware. It's time for you to have emotional awareness and not just fly into quick states of rage or condemning one side, because through condemning one side, you only perpetuate the cycle of hate. And we're trying to end that. So therefore, when you become emotionally aware, you're able to see that on either sides of a war, it is not the civilians that reside on the landmass that are in the wrong or that are contributing to this, but it is the people that are running that landmass in which the civilians reside. For example, the people in the Congo, the people in Sudan, the people in Palestine, they are not the ones, the people in Israel, they are not the ones causing it to happen. It is the people that are running the country, and not the people with the big flashy suits and the people that you see on your screens, but the people that reside, that is controlling them beyond that. When you be able to get that understanding, you're able to now understand that you shouldn't be necessarily picking a side or condemning one side. You want to end the cycle of hate. You don't want to perpetuate it. You want to understand that we need to love and respect one another and realize who or what the common enemy is. And I know that's not an easy thing for a lot of us to do, and I know it won't be easy for a lot of us to do, because you have been programmed to think or act a certain way. But through doing this change, we're able to realize that we all deserve peace, love, and happiness, and that we all deserve to be respected and to be loved. You're able to realize that instead of keeping the cycle of hate and low vibrational activity continuing, you are now beyond that perspective. Although we have different belief systems, we all don't want to suffer, and we shall not continue the cycle of suffering. We are able to realize that there are only two sides to this madness, and that is darkness and light, not these labels that we have been programmed to attach ourselves to, and we're able to focus strictly on that.
So step number 3 is for us to unite. But I first want to say, if you guys are wondering why I look different, when I recorded the video, I didn't have my sound on my mic, so the entire rest of the video was silent. So I'm refilming the end. But let's just jump straight back into step number 3, which is the final step, which is to unite. But in order for us to truly unite, we have to tame the inner conflict that lies within ourselves. We have to learn to achieve true inner peace. Through achieving true inner peace within ourselves, our outer world is a reflection of that which lies within us. And then we all can come together to focus on a common goal of achieving peace in the outer world. Once we achieve true peace within inside ourselves, then we can focus on achieving true peace within the outer world, because the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of the inner conflicts that resides in all of us on this planet. And because we have not raised our vibration, because we have not evolved past our hate mentality against one another, we are suffering. And I know that that's not everyone. Not everyone is full of hate. Not everyone is full of low vibrational activity. But the state of the planet is a reflection of the majority of the beings on the planet. So that means that majority of us are still acting from a low vibrational state of mind, and our world is suffering the consequences of that. And those of us that have reached a higher vibration or a higher way of thinking are suffering the consequences of that as well. So we have to get beyond that which the way we act now. We have to push past our limits and become the best version of ourselves. Stop consuming so many things that push us down and put us in a lack mentality, put us in a low vibrational mindset, because we are capable of so much more than we think we are. So once we actually start to focus on true peace, that's when our outer world will reflect true peace. I truly, truly do believe that the world can be a better place when we all evolve on a global scale to a certain mindset that makes us realize that we all deserve basic, I guess, for lack of a better term, basic human rights. We just want to experience happiness and love. I believe that once that change comes, we will experience much better than what we're experiencing now. So I do want to say, if you're watching this video and you stayed with me the whole video, you're capable of so much more than you think you are. Do not allow other people's limiting beliefs to make you think any less of yourself. You have to push yourself forward and keep moving. You are growing. You are learning. You are evolving every single day. Don't allow anybody else to tell you differently. Just push yourself and see how far you can go. And as for the ending of this video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to be leaving some links to some other videos that you can watch to learn more about different things around the world. I'm going to be leaving a site that you can check out. Check out the website. A lot of good information. You can do your own research. Of course, don't take anything as just the truth. You still want to do your own research into it to make sure it lines up. And I'm also going to be leaving some links to some charities that you can donate down below. And in the meantime, between time, I'm going to continue working on myself. I hope you continue working on yourself. And I'm working on starting my own charity as well. I know that's going to probably take a little bit of time, but that's going to be my goal as well. So I will let you guys know when I'm ready to start that. But I'm wishing you peace, love, light, and healing. See you guys next week.